And the dancing girls waiting for the emergence of the teams after the half-time break. And Hull first out from the dressing room. 24-22. Their last win here in 1990. And a certain Noel Cleo scored 2 tries. And Brian Smith was the Hull coach on that occasion. Out come the Leeds Rhinos. Leeds Rhinos, who beat Hull here last year, 22-18. Sean McRae disappointed not to get to Murrayfield in the coaching capacity. After this year's Cup semi-final, it was only won by Iestyn Harris's boot. Dean Lance got Leeds back to the Challenge Cup final, but it was 4 tries to each side in that semi-final. The Leeds captain winning the day with some magical kicks. Wonder how it's going to go here in the second half. Just 4 points the difference between the two sides.
Pretty important that Hull score first, and I'm sure that their coach Sean McRae has laid down the law. And I think it would be a big gamble now. We saw Leeds really throw everything at the Hull side in the opening 10 minutes in that first half. And this is a golden opportunity for Hull now, maybe to apply that pressure. I suspect this will be a deep kick and chase, and hope that Leeds, like Hull did in the opening 5 minutes, come up with the mistake.
Horn then gets us away at Headingley on one knee. Francis Cummins collects. First tackle of the second half coming up, and then it is by Horn and Parker on the Leeds full-back. The Leeds looking anxious to get on with it and get this match won in the opening 20 minutes of the second half if they can. Maybe Dean Lance is as concerned as everyone else about the possible fatigue that will set in after the wonderful effort at Ulster last week. The touch judge is on from the opposite side, and Mick Jenkins is immediately in a spot of bother.
Well, it looks like a bit of an elbow there. Yep, elbow straight across the face. Not just one, that was a pretty fearful massage. Well, that stupid play. They'd kept Leeds within their own half. Now they are going to allow the Rhinos to gain at least another 30 to 40 metres. He's a fiery character, this fella.
He is, and here is it. There's Fleary again, he ran straight at Jenkins.
No surprise there.
Referee, by the way, just mentioned that it looked a good call on the replay. He's watching the big screen here at Headingley. Good on him. Harris, good run. Great ball to Mackay. Oh, if he could have slipped that ball out wide, Pratt was in.
Good work from Grimaldi. Grabbed the ball carrying arm, so he couldn't do that.
It's with Hay now, and Andy Hay gets to within 10 metres of the Hull line. Jackson to Harris attacking that Hull defence. Marr got to him, but he still got the pass away to Sheridan. Sheridan back to the big Kiwi, Richie Blackmore. And Blackmore has lost a bit of ground there. Stanley Jean was the man who got to him with the tackle. Jenkins all over him as well. It's with Sheridan, that's a good kick. Oh, and it's well claimed once again by Ian Heron. And it's a drop out from underneath his own sticks.
Beautifully weighted kick. Heron tried to kid the referee, Russell Smith, but quite clearly jumped from within the field of play.
But didn't Carl Pratt tackle him in the air? Yes, he did.
Pretty hard. It's easy on the slow-mo. Not so easy.
I think he noticed it, Sean McRae. I think he noticed the fact that Ian Heron was tackled in mid-air. Anyway, the drop out from underneath the post, first of this second half. It's in with Andy Hay. And this is the view that Russell Smith had of it.
Pretty hard to decide there.
Well, Leeds in possession with Powell, and he was nearly through. It's following the same pattern of the opening couple of minutes of the first half, this. Leeds putting Hull under the Karsh Farm Hill, getting the ball away to Darryl Powell, and Powell goes round one, but can't go away from the other. It's now with Sheridan. Here is Harris. Harris then to Andy Hay. Hay
Oh, it looked a bit forward for mine.
Referee gives it. He can't ask the video referee, remember, to adjudicate on possible forward passes. Francis Cummins with the try early again. Cummins in a rich vein of form this year.
Well, they absorbed all the pressure, but I'm afraid the ability to keep the ball alive and the offload was quite outstanding. Sheridan and Harris getting the ball away. Good work from Hay. That angle, it looked okay, but now this is the one that perhaps should have been a penalty. It is extremely difficult for the referee at normal speed. Head-on shot. Good work though from Hay. You can see he spiraled away. Good support from the fullback.
And Ian Heron was still debating the validity of that tackle on him when that try was given by referee Russell Smith. But Francis Cummins has claimed it, and what a great run of form he's in. Tries in 5 consecutive games now. Iestyn Harris with a, so far, perfect kicking record. But he's pulled it wide this time. But Leeds have edged further ahead. It's now 16 points to 8.
Well, it was in a good position. Maybe the high shot will be conclusive. Oh, no, hard to see there. He was in a good position, that is for sure. The main whistleblower, Mr. Smith. Francis Cummins, certainly make his international claims tonight.
Oh,
he did well there.
Juggling by Andy Hay, and he got a bit of a belting for his pains there as well. Here's Darryl Powell.
Not surprised, he just tipped it up like a coconut shy here. 1, 2, 3, and get one. And it was Grimaldi that gave him one.
Graham Mackay's a real handful.
Like having an extra forward out wide, isn't it?
Here's Matthew.
Well, there's been periods throughout this game where it looks as though Leeds are just going to rip Hull apart.
And this is one of those moments. Look at that, they haven't had the football yet. And nearly 6 minutes of the second half gone. Jackson with a dink over the top. No, now they've got it. Hull, and that was bravery on show there from young Poucher.
Again, his positioning sense was outstanding. It had to be.
First touch.
Good work from Lee Jackson, who's also pushing his international claims. He wants certainly not to be left out of any selection.
First touch of the football here in this second half then for Hull. They've had to be defending for the opening 6 minutes or thereabouts.
Well, that's a point I was trying to make, Eddie. It looked at so many points throughout this game where once Leeds go over for the try, it appears that Hull are there for the taking, but they just will not give in.
Horn gets the ball away. Oh, that was risky. They've managed to get away with it.
Now then, was that back? Was it touch?
No, the referee says it wasn't. Jackson was hunting it.
Everything's all right there. Oh, it's pretty close. Now they watch for Lee Jackson. No, they can't see clearly there. Either way, they've got away with it.
Right, Leeds in possession. Let's get the half-time news on the touchline, Angela.
It's going to plan at the moment. This is what Dean Lance wanted. He wanted to see them start to play like they played in the opening first few minutes of the first half. They did let the foot off the gas for a while and let Hull back in. He wants to see them cut out the errors, control the ball better, more go forward and not give the ball away to Hull like they just have. Sean McRae says he's happy with the Hull performance so far. He feels they've worked the ball well, though some decisions haven't gone in their direction. Ball control is important, he says, at this stage, but he's confident and he wants to see his players play with more confidence.
And a bad mistake here from Jackson. He spills the ball up and they're miles offside. Well, they've taken the tap nowhere near where the offence was taken, and they just slow things down now.
And
well, thankfully Will Robinson is out there, plenty of experience, said, hey, come on fellas, let's get another 15-20 metres forward, then they can set up for a move.
And that's what they're doing now.
Will they do the crisscross?
Horn to Stanley Jean, gets the ball away. This is Poucher. Oh, great tackle by Carl Pratt. That's a sensational tackle by the Leeds winger.
Great example about just being shepherding across, even though they did the double loop. He stuck with him like glue. Rolled him over. Didn't get the right tackling. You can see there, he put his head in front of the ball carrier. Not the best way to tackle, but it was effective in the end.
And that's one of the best that he's put in all season, I'm sure. Terrific tackle from Carl Pratt. And it was so early in the tackle count as well. Here's Barnhill for Leeds. Stanley Jean bounced off him, but Adam Marr didn't.
That's a big problem. Hull just have not had the possession. They're still in there. The defence is solid. They're moving up quickly.
Graham Mackay's all over the field. Out on the left-hand side. Now here he is on the right. Plays the ball to Jackson. Back it goes to the engineer, Harris. Wide then to Andy Hay. Robinson, but he couldn't get the tackle wrapped up. Here goes Cummins at full tilt. Beautiful ball. Carl Pratt. That's a fabulous Leeds try. Fantastic Leeds try from Carl Pratt. They simply opened up this whole defence like a can of sardines. No wonder the South Stand have found their voices. Started this second half. 2 tries in 6 minutes. First from Cummins, his acceleration, then opening Hull up, and Carl Pratt with the try.
Beautiful execution. Watch how the ball drifts out wide and back on the inside. That is perfect timing from the fullback. Andy Hay, the provider yet again. Pratt, probably the fastest man out there on the field of play. As soon as he got the football, but this is where the quality comes in. He goes out, back on the inside. It's all about reading the game, and Francis Cummins certainly has done that. See how he committed the fullback, Craig Poucher. As soon as Poucher dipped the shoulder, off it went to this man. And not surprisingly, Mr. Pratt has a big smile all over his face. The Rhinos are running rampage here.
Yestin Harris with the conversion attempt. Good kick from Harris. Great start to the second half from Leeds for their supporters. It's 22 points to 8.
This is all about reading the football game, and they have done that superbly. Back on the inside. Hey, held it up, and off he went. Excellent play. Cummins kept his cool. Poucher dipped his shoulder, offloaded to this fella. It's going to be an uphill battle now from the men from the boulevard.
They won't turn it in, that's for sure. But this fella's in fine form. Here he goes again. Good job that Stanley followed him. Here's Hay. Senior's back on the field. And the try scorer disappears under a tackle. And Sean McRae trying to wave the magic wand.
Well, the biggest problem is that perhaps Sean McRae is saying, let's go to the shop outside and buy a football.
They can't get hold of it, can they, at the moment?
No way.
Blackmore away from Simon. Rampaging run from the big Kiwi, and he's...
Oh, that's got a penalty. Well, it should penalise him.
He did go backwards, to be fair. He moved off, realised he made the mistake, then went back and played it.
So he's the referee now?
No, the referee was shouting at him to play it. He realised he was off the mark.
So the tackle was completed and he moved off the mark. So
yes, but he didn't put the ball down on the ground, so the ball wasn't back in play. Good shaking head at me. It's got nothing to do with me.
Giving him dollies now.
Here is Craig Wilson now for Hull.
Dollies, it's another go, another crack. Did you never play in the streets as a kid?
We didn't have streets where I came from.
No, avenues, I suppose.
Avenues, closes and lawns.
Rampant lions.
Correct. Goal, great take by Cummins.
He's in fine form, isn't he? His positional play has been outstanding. Well, full credit you can see from that wide shot that Hull are still moving up forward. As Eddie's just mentioned, they will not throw the towel in, but the pace of this game and the way that Leeds are wanting to get on with it. surely it's got to break down this whole defence yet again.
Yes, Leeds have really injected pace into this second half. Matthew just ankle tapped, and Jean was all over him. Jackson, they're going down the blind side. Sheridan tries to step inside, gives it back to Jackson again. Whoa, and Robinson gets to Jackson and eventually hauls him down. This is the last for Leeds. Going down the blind side again with Powell over the top. Oh, Pratt looked offside, but it doesn't matter. Heron has it back for Hull.
Well, they've done well in diffusing the bomb over the top. They certainly have utilised that of the Rhinos tonight. It's been effective, not so much in the fact that they've scored a try from it, but it's applied the pressure. On a couple of occasions they've forced Hull back in the in-goal area, which means they've got to drop the ball out to the Rhinos. And the percentage, well, of possession, it really has been everything Leeds' way since the kick-off.
It's great defence here from Leeds on show now. They've had 4 tackles already, Hull, and they're still deep in their own half. There's the last on Richard Horne, and only 27 metres gained by Hull this set of 6. They'll gain a few more now with the boot of Mr. Robinson, but Cummins.
That's been the problem for Hull in the kicking department. They've not been able to turn this man around. Only on one occasion throughout this game has Cummins had to really run backwards and retrieve the football. Such has been his professionalism in positional sense.
It's Hull's turn to defend doggedly now. Senior at dummy half, Darryl Powell, and then back to Senior. Senior to the 48-metre line. Nearly a quarter of an hour of the second half gone, and the South Stand bugler is now playing the last post. I wonder if that's for Hull. Sure it's not for Leeds. That's a great kick from Harris. Sterling's after it. Sterling is quick. Good job that Poucher moved across there. Ball in touch. Who did it come off last? Poucher.
Yeah, Poucher, head feed to Leeds. Excellent kick right into the corner. Oh no, the speed that Paul Sterling has. He was pretty calm and collected about it, Poucher. It's been a good night for the fullbacks. They've both worked overtime, worked hard. He's had a little bit more to do.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's as good as a 40-20 from Leeds. It's given Leeds possession from the scrum, and that's where they are, 10 metres away from the Hull try line. Big push on at the scrum.
Very rarely see that these days. It is allowed, of course.
Well, Tony Grimaldi had shut out the back of the scrum before the ball had cleared the scrum. Now it has cleared the scrum legally. Harris, oh, that's a good ball, as he fairly got it away to Senior. Big hit on Pratt by Collins.
He's hurt, is Pratt. He felt that. That could be a rib cartilage or something like that. He is in a lot of pain.
I think he's almost unconscious. Powell up the middle.
Oh, it was a big hit. Grimaldi yet again.
And the referee's called time off because Will Robinson is in the middle of things there, and he is needing some treatment as well. He's not too well. Oh, and Carl Pratt.
They have no idea. They've no idea, either of them. Well, there didn't appear to be any impact there. And
I think it was a
must have been
head.
But it took a while.
I'm all right, he says.
Well, the message went upstairs, and
he's got to go off because the nose is pouring blood. So this will be a blood bin change.
Not only that, it's not worth the risk. His health is more important than the game of rugby league.
Damien McGrath, the assistant coach, leading the applause for Carl Pratt. He really has come of age in Super League this year, hasn't he, this young man?
He's had a magnificent match tonight.
Meanwhile, play continues. Matthew for Leeds. That's 3 tackles gone. Jackson to McDermott, who's back on the charge, and it took 3 to pull him down. Jackson again, they're going wide once more. Back it goes to Powell, then it goes to Mackay. Oh, he's got too much strength as Graham Mackay. Far too much strength for that weak defence down there. And Graham Mackay just pumped his legs towards the line. What a signing this fellow has been, Graham Mackay. 8 tries now, this is his 14th appearance.
the elder statesman, Powell creator, the strength of Mackay. No doubt about it. The pressure, yet again, that's told. Neat work from Powell. Look at this fella go. Get out of the way. Superb stuff. That's outstanding play from Leeds.
Well, Graham Mackay, I bet that Leeds are delighted that he wrote to them and said, any chance of a start? Because he has been an inspired signing. Lucky that Leeds had the space on their import quota to accommodate him. Iestyn Harris then, to try and add the extras. Missed one from here earlier on. Learn the lesson. 2 more points to Leeds, 28 points to 8.
They're going to have to dig deep now, Hull, and they know it too. It is inevitable when you have so much possession and you have so much talent out there. When you can bring a man of this ability like Powell to offload from the bench, and the strength of this fella, Mackay, he's enjoying his rugby league football, let me tell you that. A lot of people in Australia thought that he was finished with our game. Went to rugby union. Tell him that. Tell Hull that. Oh, the big fella's away!
McDermott, what a run!
Didn't the crowd love that? I certainly did.
Well, that's lifted them. Here's Jackson. Now Mackay. This time they get to him. And Will Robinson, they are quite concerned about Will Robinson on that Hull bench. This is Matthew. Now Jackson. Inside it goes to Gareth Carvell, and this is a young man who played under Sean McRae at Gateshead last year. 8 appearances for the Gateshead Thunder. And a little dink over the top from Harris, but that will skip away.
All the tricks of the trade are being displayed now from Leeds. But this was outstanding. Not an easy man to push out of the way, Tony Grimaldi. And you could see him just getting to his feet there. Youngster did well to eventually get across. Whoa, he'll be playing that several times on the video replay. Remember the day he ran 30 metres.
Fearsome sight when he runs at you, isn't he?
He's not out there to look pretty, Eddie.
I realise that. Stanley Jean saying that there was a knock on there by Carvell, and the touch judge on the far side agrees.
It's a big hit.
I don't know what Stanley was actually appealing about there. Oh, 2 men in the tackle. I thought Stanley was appealing because Carvell had knocked it on. Great hit by the youngster.
Pretty difficult without the football.
Well, Stanley maybe plays a different game from the rest of us. Here is Powell. Who's your man of the match? A few contenders out there in blue and yellow at the moment. 09009 10 10 13. Lines open now.
Did he go backwards? Yes, it said the official.
He's put the whistle to his mouth. He might have a look at this on the video. Blackmore's going to touch it down. The referee wants to check it out, though. He went to blow.
Without the possibility of knock on.
Now they have the ball come free.
When the ball came loose, it was kicked. What's the lead player offside?
Oh, he's looking for a whole host of things here.
Well, they lost control. No doubt about it. Cavell did not handle it well. It's whether it went forward. Well, I think perhaps it did travel forward to start with, but this will be a little bit more conclusive.
Well, over to you, Steve-O. You make the choice.
Well, they talk about the momentum rule, don't they? Definitely lost control. Well, I'll go for no try, which normally means TRY.
He's looking for something else as well. He wants to check after it comes off the boot whether Blackmore is on or offside, I think. Because I think Harris gets the foot to this after Blackmore.
Well, knocks in. Right.
Blackmore there. Now then, Harris hacks forward, I think. Oh, picks it up. Oh, no.
He's all right.
He's okay.
Fine. So this will be TRY.
But it depends then, doesn't it, on whether the knock-on is declared a knock-on or whether the ball went back.
Well, I think he's already decided that. No possession. Didn't get to it. Definitely touched it. Now he's going to decide whether it went forward or did it go backwards. As I say, if I normally say no try, Leeds will get another 4 points. Fancy a shilling?
Not even of your money. Because the referee, the video referee, has gone against you again. Tries given to Richie Blackmore. No knock-on. And Richie Blackmore, who is in great form, particularly against the Bulls last week, he's aiming for a new deal here at Headingley next year. And that try will do the New Zealand international no harm at all.
Well, nothing going right for the whole side. See there that Sheridan and Carvel made a real meal of it. I think half the whole side had virtually stopped, which allowed Harris to provide the final pass for Blackmore. They thought it was a knock-on. You can see the defence, they just stood around. And they take full advantage. You have to play to the whistle. They failed to do that.
So here's Yestin Harris with yet another conversion attempt. It's 34-8 at the moment, 32-8, it will be 34-8 in a second, and that's what it is. 34 points to 8, and Leeds, well, they're doing Castleford Tigers and Stuart Raper a huge favour here.
And I think there may be more to come. He probably thinks the same way. And full credit to him, they really have played some outstanding football in this second half. They have continually just utilised the forwards. They've worked very, very hard. And then when the opportunity comes, they've turned and twisted. Support play has been outstanding.
Well, it's going to be 12 from 12 at the end of this. 12 matches played, 12 victories. What a run. A run that never seemed possible at the start of the season. When Leeds lost their opening 5 matches, it looked at one stage as though the top 5 was gone. Oh, great pass from Matthew to Carvel. Jackson, dummy half. Sheridan dabs it over the top. Invitation for Sterling to chase, and he's pretty quick. Well done, Paul Parker. Poacher in all sorts of trouble, right on his own try line. Adam Marr gets the ball away.
Well, this will please Dean Lance, the Leeds coach, no end.
Sensational defence here.
It has been a wonderful effort. Most critics perhaps thought that that bruising encounter at Oxford Stadium last weekend would take a lot out of this Leeds outfit, but they really have produced some outstanding football. That's good play though from Hull.
Yes, they've switched it, they've given themselves a little bit of space to exploit Collins though. Hauled down by Senior. Little dink over the top, but Sheridan read the script.
In the sweeping position, not to impress Sean McRae.
No, he's frustrated now. Here's Sterling. Simon gets to him.
He knows that his side has worked extremely hard. Just didn't come off, did it? Sheridan plays the sweeping role as well.
Oh, beautiful long ball from Harris. Senior then to Barnhill.
That's one section that Dean Lance, the coach, will be quite happy with, is the ability for Leeds to get the ball out wide, but there's always someone in support coming back on the inside. Never more emphasised, of course, when Cummings went from the inside off the pass from Hay, which provided Pratt with a try.
There's a knock-on by Jackson. Wasn't against Matthew, but by Jackson.
Well, he definitely tried to get it away. Matthews has worked hard to try to offload. The forwards have played extremely well in the Leeds pack.
Oh, big hit by Blackmore.
He read the script ever so well, didn't he?
Poucher felt that. Well, Leeds pretty solid, but Hull 22 missed tackles. You miss 22 tackles in the game at this level, and you pay the price.
Well, it doesn't surprise me to see that stat, mainly due to the fact that Leeds early in the second half, they just had all the football.
Broadbent has got Darryl Powell all round him.
Did well to keep hold on to that.
And massive possession in Leeds' favour. Paul Cook trying to weave some way through, but 5 tackles gone, and again only 24 metres made. That's a good kick from Horn. That could have snow on it when it comes down. Sterling ducked underneath it. Still the last tackle this. Marr gets it away to Broadbent. Harris wrapped him up. Tackle completed. That was the last.
Good work from the Leeds skipper. Ball and all tackle on such a big fella like Paul Broadbent. Now that's going all over the place. Leeds now, they're just enjoying it so much out there. They know the vital 2 points is in the bag.
Could be a long 13 minutes here for Hull.
Looks like they're going to rack up the dozen. 12 on a row. And aren't the crowd here just loving it?
Matthew to McDermott. Good hit by Wilson, but he's still got the ball away to Jackson.
Having the time of the life out there, especially the forwards. Matthew, McDermott.
Not Jackson though, he's hurt. Hasn't got the strength to get to his feet.
Move it, Lee. Play it.
I think it might have been a grab and loose arm from Grimaldi into the throat, perhaps.
Lee Jackson, by the way, who was injured here, maybe by that from Grimaldi, I don't know, but he played in the last Hull side to win on this ground. Stanley Jean got a flick at his face as well.
I think it might have been a finger. Either way, he's a tough cookie, is Lee Jackson.
Powell grounded by Grimaldi. Last one. Here's Harris. Good kick into open space. Oh, they've let it bounce. Heron allows it to go over his head. There's nothing much he can do about it, to be fair. And off goes Heron. Great run.
Good work from Barnhill. Read the situation ever so well. Heron was on the rampage there. Offside, never made any attempt to get back when they last play the ball. Good refereeing that. Full credit to Hull, they want to get on with it. Any aside, trying to recover from such a deficit would have slowed things down, but full credit to the Hull players. They're playing for pride now.
They are. Craven with the drive in. Stanley Jean waiting at dummy half. Here's Richard Horn, been quiet tonight. Big build-up we gave him before the match. There's Horn now, and trying to pinch one himself, Richard Horn.
Quick thinking, but Matthew, great tackle, very low indeed.
It's now with Cook. Here's Broadbent. Cook takes over again. Fires the ball to Adam Marr. And Sheridan with the tackle.
No second phase there.
Stanley Jean. Back it goes to Broadbent. Broadbent's over the line. Can he get it down? Yes. Referee is handing it on to the video referee.
I don't
know why. There's little doubt in my mind that the big fella spun around. Harris did ever so well to start with.
And Grimaldi
pulled him in. No doubt about that. Maybe try time. Grimaldi says this is the way to go. Yeah. TRY.
Well, if it is, it's the first try that Paul Broadbent has scored for Hull. Third in a row back after injury against Castleford. Maybe only consolation if it's given. The try is given to Paul Broadbent. And credit Tony Grimaldi with a bit of that as well. If they had such things as assists, that would be a massive assist from the Hull captain.
Well, it looked like the tag match at the wrestling, didn't it? Good play there by Stanley Jean, and great play from the Hull skipper, Grimaldi. Here was the tag. We'll take the 4. Can they turn it into 6? Good work, though, from Stanley Jean. He's worked overtime. But it's always going to be hard against a Leeds outfit that are so confident. They are playing so well. But a consolation for Broadbent.
Richard Horn then, 2 from 2. The South stand behind him, doing their best to put him off. He's hit the post. South stand supporters did their job. 34-12, Leeds.
Individually, he will be disappointed with that. Certainly a star, even now, but definitely a star for the future. But full credit to Stanley Jean. It was a well-worked move. Harry's tried his damnedest, and Grimaldi said, when in doubt, help him out.
And Paul Broadbent will have taken particular pleasure from that, because he is up against 5 former Sheffield teammates in the Leeds ranks tonight. And he would have enjoyed it even more because that's his first for the Black and Whites of Hull. Stanley G. No one's tried harder than him. And here come Hull now again. Who's your man of the match, by the way?
Got it away as well. That's superb play.
Broadbent again, good hands to Jean, and back again, but he was ambushed. 09009, 10-10-13, lines open, you're looking for a rhino. Who's had the most influence on the outcome of this match? Make your votes now, see if you can agree with the Leeds coaching staff. Good hack forward, well claimed again by Cummins.
Well, I thought the winger could do a little bit better than that. It was not the best, Ian Heron. It was a neat little chip through.
Harris. Nowhere to go. Craven and Grimaldi and Broadbent. What a great save by Cummins.
To be fair, it wasn't the best kick from Ian Heron. It should have been booted well away from the fullback. O'Con, any advantage? He said yes, Russell Smith. Been a highlight from the official tonight, keeping the game flowing. I'm sure that you, the viewers, would have enjoyed it, and also this big crowd here.
Well, Hull, you have to give them credit. No team that is coached by Sean McRae will wave the white flag until it's absolutely and mathematically impossible. Grimaldi, oh, he was just a bit too fancy then.
Well, they're trying to everything now, just keep this ball alive. Desperation stuff, in effect. Well, I was just about to say that the Leeds coach, Dean Lance, would have sent the message out, look, let's make sure that Hull don't cross our line yet again.
Powell to his feet. Jackson dummy half. Gareth Carvell takes the tackle. No, he's done really well, hasn't he, to turn this round this year in Super League. And amazing, really, it was the defeat at Edinburgh that was the watershed for the Leeds season. Since they lost the Challenge Cup to Bradford, they have hardly looked back. Sheridan, lovely stab kick. An invitation to Mackay, but the ball beat everybody. Just the right side of the corner flag, though. This will be a scrum with head and feed to Hull.
He's had a big game as a little halfback, Sheridan. But the one thing that has impressed me is the ability of the Leeds players to work hard for each other. When we're going through that bad patch, full credit to all the playing staff here. They held their hands up. They didn't just blame their new coach, Dean Lance. They said, hey, don't put all the blame on this fella. We are not playing well. And full credit to the entire club here. They've dug deep, done the right thing, stuck with each other, and they are now getting the rewards.
And a lot of people think they can go all the way and win this grand final this year. Confidence is on a high at Headingley, there's no doubt about that. Incidentally, while you're thinking about a possible man of the match, Iestyn Harris, who was judged the man of the match last week at Odsal, he gave the watch to Darren Fleary. He believed that Fleary was the unsung hero of the victory at Odsal last week. I wonder who will receive your votes, and indeed the nomination of the Hull coaching staff here tonight. Harris will be another contender, I'm sure. Oh, great skill there from Hull, and again from Richard Horne, plucked out of the air by Wilson. On it goes to Marr, Sterling with the tackle. Hull keep coming forward on the last. Stanley Jean over the top to Broadbent. Inside it goes to Marr. Wonderful try. Wonderful try from Hull. The match might be beyond them, but Sean McRae's men proving exactly what they can do. That was a sensational try. It really was. Wonderful handling skills on show. And in the end, Adam Marr gets his 9th in Super League. This is a career best year in terms of scoring tries for him.
Sensational stuff. That's a third pass. Here's a 4. Grimaldi get away for 5. Horne back on the inside. That's 6. Super stuff yet again. Then they played the ball quickly. The defence was all over the place. Stanley Jean, that pass on the inside. Marr. This was outstanding. Richard Horne just didn't have the legs, did they? Wilson got it away in the end. Full credit to them, and this man, he has worked overtime, Stanley Jean. Great stuff.
Adam Marr with a try a few moments ago. Richard Horne to try and add the extras, and add the extras he did. It's 34-18 now to the Leeds Rhinos.
Well, maybe just a blot on the landscape, and the landscape here is quite nice. At Headingley these days, 12 wins on the trot, and they can afford to perhaps concede a try of that quality, and it was a quality try, I must say. Great build-up, wonderful finish.
Oh, drops it. That was young Paul King. Well, that's surrendered possession to Leeds, and they're about 15 metres away. And here's Harris. On it goes to Powell, inside to Barnhill. Can Leeds respond to that try from Hull? It's with Jackson. Now it's with Powell again. Here is the big fella once more. Mackay flicks it back. Knock on. Knock on by Lee Jackson.
Even though he's facing his own sticks, I think the referee has got it right.
Just fingertips unlucky, Lee.
Yep.
Just fingertips unlucky, Lee. A great comment from Russell Smith.
Unlucky Lee.
Very unlucky, Lee.
Won't be unlucky in the fact that he's got the winning bonus. He's had a fine game, though. In fact, this entire Leeds outfit, they have worked as a unit in the past. In the last 2 seasons, there have been times when some of the Leeds performances, they've had to rely on the individual skills of Justin Harris, Ryan Sheridan to get them out of a bit of a hole at times, but not these days. This is a wonderful team effort.
It is. Darryl Powell, his switch to the bench to allow Justin Harris to move closer to the action and stand off. Oh, they're trying to be a bit over the level. And Adam Marr has put the ball down. 2 minutes to go. Can Leeds send their supporters home with memories of another try?
Well, yet again, they're forcing the pass. They're contributing to a wonderful game. Seen some magnificent skills from both sides.
By the way, Leeds tonight have joined the Century Club. They've now had 100 tries for the season. They're looking for 101. This is Sterling. He's away from one would-be tackler, running flat. Now straightens it up. And the Hull defence eventually put him down. We're a minute and a half away from the end of this match. Leeds, 100 tries for the campaign, looking for 101. They've got the 12th win on the run.
Great work from Paul Cook, the substitute.
McDermott on the charge. Gets it away. Hull have got it back. And here come the black and whites. Into the last minute. Leeds with 12 wins behind them now. Stanley Jean.
What a pace this match has been played at. Oh, well done from Sterling. Eagle eye there.
It was knocked down by a Leeds man.
Accidental offside.
So it's head and feet to Hull.
Well, the South Stand fans do not like this. But it's right, it was Blackmore that got the fingertips to it. And quite clearly, Paul Sterling was in an offside position. Oh, neat little chip.
Oh, well read by Barnhill. They had to go for broke. But Barnhill did ever so well. 20 seconds to go. Leeds to try and end with a flourish. Carl Pratt back off the sick bench. Oh, was he hauled back? Stanley Jean in trouble behind his own line. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty. Oh, and he's sending him to the sin bin. Someone's on his way to the sin bin, but on the 80-minute mark, doesn't really matter. But maybe Leeds will go for an extra 4 points.
We'll take the quick tap. Jackson's done that.
He wants it back.
Referee says, come back here. You don't do it until I blow the whistle. And put the time back on. Though I'm not so sure that Mr. Smith stopped the clock in the first place.
Sean McRae and Dean Lance. The referee has stopped the clock. It's a penalty. They're going to run it. This will be the last tackle. McDermott! So close. There's the full-time siren. And that's it. Dean Lance, 12 from 12. No wonder he's smiling. Got plenty to smile about these days. And Barry McDermott, he's played his full part in a win that saw Leeds score 6 tries and join the 100 club. And Graham Mackay, his try in the second half, was almost symptomatic of the performance from the Leeds Rhinos. Sean McRae will be gracious in defeat. He rarely is anything else. 34-18. Hull ended with the last 2 tries of the match from Broadbent and Marr. But at the end of the day, they just didn't have enough big guns. And Hull consolidate their place in the top 4. And they have done their near neighbours, the Castleford Tigers, a big favour as well. If Castleford win against the Huddersfield Sheffield Giants at Bramall Lane on Sunday, then the 5-point gap between them and Hull will reopen. Well done, Leeds.